Fado, meaning fate, is a traditional Portuguese musical genre that is said to have originated in the early 19th century in the cities of Lisbon and Coimbra. This type of music often contains sad music and lyrics and is often described as the Portuguese expression of the blues. It often contains themes centering around life of the poor or longing for a loved one at sea. The Portuguese word saudade, which means a longing or feeling of loss, is associated heavily with this type of music. The Lisbon style is more well known and is considered a part of the general Portuguese culture, while the Coimbra style is based around the university of the city and is exclusively sung by men. Songs are usually played on a Portuguese guitar, often accompanied by a string quartet containing a classical guitar, a Portuguese version of a bass guitar called a viola baixo, and a double bass. The Lisbon type of fado originated in the districts of Alfama, Mouraria and Barrio Alto. On our trip to Lisbon, we visited the Mouraria district where a local tour guide told us about the history of the music. There was a graffiti in Mouraria which was related to the music and people who were famous singers of the style in the 1800s. We did not get to hear any fado music in the area. There was a bar beside where this picture was taken playing modern pop and dance music. We visited the area around 6 p.m. and were told that most fado houses don't start their performance until later in the evening. If you're looking for performances, about 8 p.m. is a good time. Performances usually start at 9, but a lot of the houses are small, so you should arrive early to get a seat. The woman depicted on the left of the graffiti is Maria Severa. She's one of the most famous fado singers of the 1800s. She's said to have been a prostitute who sang fado in taverns around the city. The Portuguese guitar in white is pictured in the right half of the picture, along with the classical guitar in yellow underneath it. Fado vadio means the performances were amateurs. Vadio means vagrant. Fado houses are dotted around the city of Lisbon. While you're there, you can enjoy a drink or a meal of traditional Portuguese cuisine while you listen to the music. There are some noted fado houses in the Alfama district, which is the first district in Lisbon where the genre is said to have become popular. The Paradinha de Alfama is one of the best known houses and has been open continuously since the 1960s. It is owned and run by a well-known fadista, that's a fado singer, Argentina Santos, who regularly sings there along with other fadistas. Casa de Linares is a restaurant which once housed one of Lisbon's noble families and still bears the name of the family. It has a reputation as one of the best places to listen to fado and regularly hosts some of the city's more notable singers. A Baiuca is a house that only has strictly amateur performers. It is a small bar which only opens on Thursday to Saturday nights. Club de Fado is owned by guitarist Mario Pacheco, who has performed with some of the most well-known fadistas in the country. The Patio de la Alfama is in the place of the Lady of Murcia, which has been preserved since the 17th century. It contains 2 dining rooms, one dedicated to fado and folklore performances and one for solely fado performances. Part of the Roman city wall, the Cerca Velha, built in the 5th century, can be seen in the courtyard and inside the palace. Mouraria is a 900-year-old area of Lisbon which also claims to be the birthplace of fado. It could have good reason to claim this as it contains the Casa Severa, home of the famous fadista Maria Severa, which still puts on fado performances. Another famous singer, Amália Rodrigues, was born there. Fado is often performed on the street here, and there is also a free fado school. The inscription on this monument in Mouraria says Berco de Fado, meaning Fado was born here. When the Portuguese conquered Lisbon under Alfonso Henriques in 1147, it became a ghetto for people of non-Catholic faiths. It got its name Mouraria, which means Moorish quarter. It is claimed by some people that the musical style of the Moors is what eventually evolved into fado. The district became known for prostitution in the 19th century. Personally, when I listened to some of the music, I thought it sounded older than something that originated in the 19th century, and thought that a variety of different styles sounded like it may have some European and Mediterranean and African influences, but it sounded to me like it came from the Eastern Mediterranean, like the Balkans or the Carpathians. Some of the oldest fado houses are located in Barrio Alto district, which has a very high concentration of bars among its narrow streets. Café Luxo is located in the cellar of an 18th century palace. A Severa is a third-generation family-run restaurant in the same family since 1955. Adega Mercado has been open since 1937 and was renovated in 2012. Ofaya has been open since 1947 and has been owned over the years by several well-known fado performers. Tasco de Chico is one of the most well-known tascas. This is a fado house that is not a restaurant but serves small snacks instead of a full meal. I hope you've enjoyed my guide to the history of fado and some of the fado houses in the districts of Lisbon where the genre originated, and it comes in useful in any trips to Lisbon you may take. Thank you.